Everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am very excited today to do this video. As you see in the title, this is a video about myself, personally about myself, the story and everything. So as you see in the title, it's all about my coming out story, who's the first to know that I'm gay, and then who's the first person that I came out with. So it's gonna be a really personal story for you guys. But before we get into it, so I just want to tell you guys, if you guys new on my channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, so please do so. Click subscribe button and down below. So if you new, welcome to my channel. My name is Afan. This is my personal YouTube channels that I'm posting a lot of stuff in this channel. So back to our story. So this story today, my coming out story, there's no something like crazy stuff or dramatic part in this story. It's just gonna be like really simple and nice story. I just want to let you guys know. And yeah, okay, I have to take a deep breath before I'm doing this. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so you guys must be pretty excited to know my story and what is my background and everything. So on today's video, I'm just gonna tell you guys roughly about my background, where I'm from, you know, all the stuff like where, the story that I came out, who's the first person to know that I am what I am now. So, you know, I am originally, I was born in Johor, so which is in Segamat, as you know. It is very small town. You know, like people don't really expose to this kind of environment, which is gay people. So I'm from Johor, Segamat. I'm living in Labis, living with my grandparents. And also, it's such a small town where I live. So, you know, when you live in such a small area, which is the people don't really expose themselves to, you know, this kind of community, it is really difficult. I'm telling you guys, it's really difficult. And when people get to know you guys, you are gay, and then they started to, you know, labeling you guys, or maybe like bashing you guys, or maybe you might feel like embarrassing, you know, because you live in such a small town, so you don't really, you know, expose yourself, and you don't really like know what the gay is, you know. And at that time, when my like grade years, is so difficult to explain to the people what it is. But that time I wasn't like really confirm that knows that I am gay, you know. And then living in such a small town, it is very difficult because it is all like manly environments, because there's no gay. You couldn't find any gay people or any LGBTQ community in my area, because everybody is just like, you know, very straight guy, like normal common guy, playing footballs, you know, playing games and everything. So I grew up in that such a environment, which is, it's kind of like weird, but you know, like a person, you know, grew up in such a like, oh, straight community, and I'm just stuck in the middle, which is like very small. I felt like really small that time, and then on that time as well, so I have to like you know, hide my identity. I don't want people know that I am gay. But at that time I felt like, okay, maybe I am gay. It's just like I'm confused. I don't know like what to do. I don't know myself. I don't know if I'm gay, if I'm not, at that time. So it was like really confusing for myself. And you know, it is just difficult. So when I was a kid, and I always play with my sister and my brothers too, but my elder brothers always play with his friends. So the only left in the house that time, it was my sister and then my younger brother. So I always play with them. We play a game. Age is now 27 to be precise. Okay, so if you ask me like how many sibling that I got, so I got one elder brother, which is that is my elder brother, and also I got my one sister, and I got my younger brother, which is now policeman. Okay, so that is all my sibling. The feeling you just can't like build up by your own self, you know, like, oh, I want to be with the guy, I want to be with the girl. So it's just, you know, it's just in your body, so you can't really do anything about it. I try so hard, but I do have a few best friend from my hometown, like like 3 of them, and then one of them just passed away because of the incident happened to him. That time was very sad. And then now left 2. In that school, I try to look not manly. Okay, I am physically manly, but it's just like I try to look manly. I try to be like a normal guy. When I observe them in the school, what they play and what it was, I just thought that, okay, I have to stop playing with the girls and I have to move the other side, which is like play with the guys. So I have to join them to play sport, you know, to, you know, go and play on the ground, get dirty and get rough, you know, like this kind of thing. So I really did at that time. We go into the first like huge story. This is the story about. So who is the first person knew that I'm gay, and who's the first person that I came out, you know? So okay, I'm just gonna tell you guys, the first person that I came out is my best friend, you know? So the first came out, I'm just gonna tell you guys this story. This is very nice story to tell you to everybody. If you got really nice good best friend that time, you know, I mean, like in that your time, so you should appreciate them, because I came out to my best friend. Actually, I told him, you know, the situation was like, you know, we were in the same room. So in the second year semester, I asked him actually to, you know, stay with me together in the one room. So it actually has like 2 people in the one room. So he stayed with me that time. So I just came back from the class, and he was in my room. He was in our room. And also I just asked him like, can I talk to you about something? And then he looked at me, and then he just saying like, why are you so serious, and then what you want to talk about, you know? And then I just asked him, I said like, you know what, I just need to tell you something. There's something is not right in my body, and there's something like telling me this is not myself. So you being so struggled to, you know, came out, and then you just felt like, okay, is this like a good thing? Is this like correct thing to do? So I asked him, I dragged him to my bed, and then I said, I need to tell you something. I don't know why I got attractive feeling to a guy instead of a girl, I said. And then he just like, okay, so then, because this friend, he's straight. So I really appreciate, I love him so much for being my best friend until now. And he's just wonderful friend that I had in my life. So he's the first one I came out. So I told him that I had a feeling with a guy. I don't have a feeling with a girl. I don't know why. So I think this is kind of like weird, but it's just me, I think. And then I told him I'm still the same person I was. I never change. You know, my inner side, my outside, everything, it will never change, just me, myself. I told him, and then he's very accepting. He told me, doesn't matter what you are, is it, as long as we're still friends, you know, you didn't change anything, so that's all matter. So I'm very glad to have him in my life, and I told pretty much everything about him, you know, to all my friends or my couples. I told him, you know, he's the one being my shoulder to cry, and he's the one be my supporter, and you know, he's always have my back. So he always had advice for me, and we always like, you know, advise each other. There's no official like saying that, you know, I came out to my mom. It's just like she knew by herself that I'm gay. The way I reacted, the way you know, my social life, so she probably knew from the beginning. And then me and my mom, we're not always talking about for being gays or whatever, because I think that is a very sensitive issue that people in Malaysia doesn't want to speak about it. It is like something against religion. In not only Muslim, is all religion is against them, but we never spoken about it, which I think she just knew what I am. That's all matter. I don't need to prove anything to her, but I will tell her anything good or bad happened to my life, which is like, if it's something terrible happened in my life, I will definitely, she's the one who I'm telling the first. She always there to support me. She always there to give me advice about my LGBT life. So she knew exactly what she been through, and she got lots of friends of LGBTQ as well. So she knew how their social life is, and and all this stuff. So she being like really, really good mom, and I love her to be like really supportive and really positive about my identity, about my life. So yeah, and that's all about my came out story for those people out there who struggle in their life. For the parents who's not really acceptable their kids for being gay, I just tell this my story. I'm not proud to tell my story to the people, to the public, especially on YouTube. To tell them that, oh, I'm not to be what I am. No, I'm not, but I'm inspired. This thing is not something like this is like very, very personal experience, and this is just like people doesn't want to talk about it because it's really personal. But I took the courage today just to do this, to inspire people out there to be what they want. And as a family, I think it's good for them to be really supportive and positive at the same time. And I just want to tell you guys, people out there, please stop bullying any other people. Doesn't matter you small or you big, you can bully other people physically. You have to stop it, because this is not something really good. And then for me as a parent, that time when I was a kid, what I need is just support. I need support from my parents, to build up me, to mold me to be a good person that time. So that's all I need, I need a support. But that time when I was a kid, when I knew that there's something wrong with myself, I couldn't tell the world, I couldn't tell my parents, I couldn't tell anybody in this world that I am what I am. So I'm really struggling with myself. I'm fighting myself alone. So that's why I was like really, really, angry, really like, just emotional, unstable that time. And because that time I already have like anxiety, depression when I was a kid, and I think that is not really a good thing for a kid to have depression and anxiety. That's why in order for you, as a parent, to build up your kids, it's just be happy to have them in this world. And we couldn't ask for more from God, but that is only the goal thing that God has given to you, that you have to really take care and let them be themselves. And then for me, being like a gay is not an option for them, for me to choose which is okay, I go on the right side, or maybe I should go on the left side, straight or gay. This is not something that I could choose. Like if I could choose my life, I want to be a normal person. I just want to be normal people, dating with the girls and being really manly. So this is not an option. It's just a feeling that you had when you was a kid, and this is something that you couldn't find. So I choose. It's not something option. It's not an option for you guys to choose. As a parent, you should know this one better, I think. And then again, I'd say like you have to like support them, support your kids emotionally in and out, trying to build up their emotional to be more positive in life. At the same time, I really hope my story could be inspiring story for all of you out there, to those who struggle in their life. please, I don't mind for you. I'll put my email down below if you want to tell me your story, if you want to share your story, or if you got bullying, or you got, you know, anything that really struggled you in your life. So you could, I'll put my email down below so you could share your experience. I could speak Bahasa as well, so you can share your story, which is in Bahasa or in English. I don't really mind. So, but I really hope that people out there have to stop bullying and have to be more accepting, because being gay is not such a, you know, like things that we really wanted. So this is just us, this is just me. So I'm here right now in this YouTube channel. I'm being more supportive. I support all the LGBT community out there. So I'm give a really thumbs up, love, kisses all for you guys, for being themselves. And I hope I'll see you guys on the next video. And I just, you know, love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy and get inspired by this video. Share with your friends and family and give a thought about it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.